Hey Facebook and YouTube, this is Michael Hoyt. We're going to be cooking together today and it is going to be sexy. We're going to be making some hash brown pancakes or potato pancakes depending on where you're from. You are going to need these things to cook with. Half of an onion, parsley or cilantro, but we're doing cilantro today. Cream cheese, sour cream, onions, hash browns. It'll make about 8 servings and it costs about $13.02 for everything that I bought today. I'm about to show you a pic and we're going to get going with it. So this is the kitchen after making everything. This is my first cooking video. I'm sorry if it's horrible. Please don't judge me. I've never done anything like this before. I noticed that I was like mumbling through the entire video because I was like, oh, don't do anything wrong. People are gonna judge you. So, you know, if you judge me, be nice about it and tell me what I could have done better next time. It was fun to do, and I hope that at least one person makes it. It was, it's a good recipe. So I'm going to show you the finished product first. Beautiful, isn't it? And I guess we'll just get right with the instructional video section of the video. So first you are going to turn on your heat to high. And if your stove doesn't turn on, not a big deal. Hello? Maybe a different burner. Okay, this is obviously going to be an awesome cooking instructional. Put in your oil, vegetable oil or olive oil, it doesn't really matter. Give it a mix and let it get hot. Next you're going to cut up your herbs and your vegetables. Make sure to take the nasty skins off of the onions. P.S. My roommate just came home and he's listening to me right now. It's a little awkward speaking to a camera while there's another person in the room. You want to dice the onions, and I like lots and lots of onions. So I'm going to go crazy, but you don't have to go as crazy as I do. I would say normal people would probably want to use half of an onion. So go ahead and dump your onions into your bowl. Move on to the next thing. I'm using cilantro. If you don't want to use cilantro, you can use parsley. I also like a lot of cilantro, so I'm going to go crazy, but you don't have to. You want your cilantro pieces to be real small. So dice it up till it's a consistency that you are comfortable with, and then add it in. Delicious. And then with the garlic, same deal with the garlic. Take off the peels. You can really put in as much garlic as you want, but I'm probably going to put in about 2 or 3 cloves. And maybe if I want 1 more clove, I might put it in, but probably don't want to go too much because the taste tends to be a little overpowering. You want to remove the ends and then dice these as well. Make them real small, because if you get a big bite of garlic in one of these, it's probably not going to be very good. You can also smash them. So mince up the garlic until it's really tiny, and then you can add it to your cilantro and onion mix. So I ended up using about 3 cloves of garlic, and any more will probably just overpower it and make it not taste good. And you take your handy little bag of hash browns. Mine is Mr. Deli's. I don't know what the hell that is, but add your hash browns to the mix. Mix it around. You're probably going to want to end up adding this whole bag to the mix. So I ended up making way more of this than I intended to make. So I'm going to take some of it out and use it for later. And then to this mix we're going to add We're going to add about half a package of cream cheese. I tend to just cut it right in the bag. Remove any thick pieces of hash brown that are in there. They're not going to fry very well. Go ahead and dump your cream cheese in. Throw it in there. And then to this mix we're going to add about 2 eggs. And the eggs just work to hold it together when it's frying. And you won't really be able to taste it once it's done frying. And do not dump your entire egg into the bowl. Unless you want to eat the shells, but I do not. So at this point it is too liquidy, too gloopy. If it's like that, just add more of your original dry mixture and it'll hold together a little bit better. I forgot to mention, make sure to save about half of this cream cheese because this cream cheese is going to go for the topping at the end when we're done. This smells really awesome. All the garlic and the onions and the cilantro all together are beautiful together. And then you're going to take it and pack them together, whatever size you're comfortable with. I like them kind of small because they get crispy much faster. And again, that egg will kind of help it to get crispy as well. We'll see if we are hot enough. Yes, we are. Put it in and step away. Unfortunately, I kind of have to stick my face in it to talk to you, but you will not have to do that. This is not a clean project. Alright, when one of these bad boys is done, it needs to be a real crispy kind of brown. If it doesn't look good, it's not done. And if it falls apart, you can just kind of mash it together with your hands, and it's pretty malleable, it'll go back together pretty well. And these are pretty greasy. If you were under the impression that this was a healthy food item, you are under the wrong impression. I usually dab them a little bit and try to get some of the grease out, and it comes out pretty well. So that the final product isn't gross and full of things that are going to clog up your arteries. Alright, now we're going to start on the toppings, and here's where shit gets crazy. It's kind of an unconventional dish. Most people don't even know that hash brown pancakes exist. We're going to take the remaining sour cream, and then cream cheese, and then we're going to add it to the sour cream. This is about the size of sour cream that you want. You can just dump it in. Probably don't have to use all of it. Mix it together with the cream cheese, or you could put it in a mixer, whatever. If I had a mixer, I would be using it. Oh, delicious. Alright, remember I said shit was gonna get crazy. You don't have to mix it with your hands like I do, but it's more fun. You probably should. So put your cream cheese, sour cream mixture on top, kind of right in the middle. I like to leave some of the brown color around the edges just because it makes just kind of a nice differential in color. Makes it more attractive. You can see some of the green parsley. I know that you can't see it in this camera, or the cilantro, but you can see the cilantro in here, and it looks really attractive against the brown. You can sort of garnish it with the remaining cilantro if this is for a dinner party or what have you. And now here's the craziness. Added to this mixture, you are going to put applesauce. Why applesauce? I don't know, but everybody does applesauce on their potato pancakes, and it is really good. Some people use syrup. You can put syrup on top if you want, but I kind of think that ruins it. It does not taste as good with syrup. If it totally falls apart on you, like this, when you're frying it, it's okay. Just put it all in one big pile. And like I said, it's pretty malleable. And just smash it back together. Smash it back into a normal looking pile. And you're going to put toppings on it anyway, so it's still not going to matter if it's too loose or coming apart. So here's the finished product of the one that fell apart on me. Not a big deal. Smush it back together. Put the toppings on top. Garnish it with some cilantro or some parsley, whatever you use, and then, you know, however you want to do it. It's pretty much flawless. It's a good recipe.